Okay, let's hope we can see this now. All right, let me just get myself organized. Once again, I made a entire video for everybody, a couple of hours long, and it would not upload. So I'm here. I'm really hoping you're going to be able to see. I know it's like so close to what I'm doing, but this is it. Okay, let's see. Right, so okay. Okay. All right. I'm just going to wait a few minutes. I may not be able to see your comments, although I will try to check periodically. But hello, everyone. Happy full moon in Capricorn. And hopefully it's nice and clear, this video. So I'll wait for a moment. Got a few things we're going to go over for this full moon, Capricorn. So what I might do is I'll try to share this. Okay. Thanks for sharing, everybody. I don't know where else it's going to let me share. Okay, good. Let me share it on Facebook just real quick. Okay. Okay, welcome. Okay, so I'll just let you all come in and see how close see how close my camera is. There is nothing I can do about it. It's like I wish I could bring it out further. Now, let me know if the sound is good. I'm going to try to lift it like this and then go like this. It's not so high up. Alright, just let me know if the sound's good. Welcome, everybody. We are looking at the energy of the full moon in Capricorn. Okay, good. And I'm just going to give a few people a moment to come in because I don't want to get started and then everyone comes in. This is actually live, so I can see you coming in. All right, I'm not answering questions for this reading as I have a specific purpose for what I'm doing today. As I said, I made some videos here and I spent two and a half hours on it today, getting it all ready, and it kept on failing to upload. So here I am. I'm just getting my Palo Santo ready. Okay, great. I have my little microphone plugged in, so it's just that it's very close. You know, what we're seeing is very close, so we will just do the best we can. All right. Welcome, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Happy full moon in Capricorn. And we're going to see what's going to unfold, because I am telling you now, the reading that I did earlier, I'm pretty sure the same sort of messages are going to come forward, but we are in for very, very big reveals very, very big amounts of information coming forward for us. Okay, we are in for a lot of information coming to the surface finally, and people being held accountable for those things as well, which is awesome for us all. Oops. Okay, once I get started, I appreciate all of you listening as I get going. And I will be doing worldwide cards as well. I'm going to use the Nostradamus. I'm using my Dragon Tarot as well as some other oracles too. So we will see. Okie doke. Okay, everyone, whoever's here is meant to be here. I'm going to get started. Thank you so much. Now that we have this full moon will be tonight, and it will be focused on Capricorn, which is focused on our drive, our ambition, our forward movement. It is focused on our money and resources. And also Capricorn governs bigger, larger corporations, etc. So think big business, big tech, governments, IRS buildings, taxation offices, lawyer firms, etc., are all affected under Capricorn. And we also have Pluto alignment here too, which rips things at the core, right? So it pulls up anything that's false, and it exposes the falseness and brings about rebirth and change. So we've got a lot going on here. Now I'm going to use my Black Moon astrology cards because we're going to focus on the moon and what it is bringing to us, okay? And I will be able to build upon these 4 particular cards. So firstly, what is this moon coming in? It's allowing us the Virgo energy of analyzing, of working things out. It's allowing us the energy of focus on work, of course, and our health. Right? But it's focusing on looking at things in a deeper way, right? So Virgo likes to analyze things. They like to look at instructions a whole lot of time. And we also have Leo, which brings this will and determination. So not only are we analyzing things, but then we're going to have the determination to see things through and move forward, right? It's going to take a lot of strength. I keep on seeing the lion energy come up today for these readings, and for the readings I was doing earlier also. And the message that I kept receiving was that although there's going to be a lot of things that we begin to see that are going to be difficult, that we have the strength and support around us to deal with those things as well. Okay, so it's really interesting how this is all going to start to play out, right? All right, so things are going to come very, very, very powerfully with Mars there. So Mars is determination, it is forward movement, it is bursting forth with power. And in this energy, it says force, because people will not take any crap. It's like as soon as we analyze, we see, we're determined, then we move ourselves into a forceful change. And this just means that people, instead of being divided, are united. Instead of being blinded, they can see. You know, it's like we have to pay attention to these bigger buildings. There's going to be something that happens that for all to see. I feel like there's something happening in DC itself, and we're all going to see it. Something that's going to be revealed to us in such a way that no one is going to deny, okay? And it may mean that because of all of these things being exposed and coming to the surface, etc., especially with this Capricorn energy, and this can even mean in your life as well, something coming to the surface, something finally has reached a point of no return, right? So it's like the pimple's coming up and it's coming up and finally it bursts. And this is where we are at, right? So there will be this energy of change that will come very, very, very determined. And I do welcome you in if you're coming in. I'm not seeing the messages on my phone, but I'll take a look every now and then over at my iPad. So thanks so much. But we're looking at things that are coming up in the world and all around us with this particular moon. So the Mars will bring that, full speed ahead determination. And the Sun is sitting in Cancer right now. So the Sun is bringing a lot of emotion. You may have been feeling this also with this energy, like just been feeling very, very connected to things that you love and your home and your environment. You may be feeling really grateful inside of yourself. But the Capricorn energy, unfortunately, this is a tough moon, okay? This moon is quite hard to handle, and it's a super moon, so it's even more amplified. And it's connected with Pluto, and it's connected with Cancer, and it's connected with Mars, right? And there's a special conjunction at the end of this month. And we also have the Lion's Gate opening, beginning the July the 26th. Don't worry, I'll be doing a beautiful video for you all on this and an activation and all kinds of stuff as we do some channeling and things as well. But let's take a look at what's going on here. So we're in this feeling mode, right? So I think I just saw Dana. Hi, Dana. Okay, so thank you guys for coming in. Again, I wasn't going to do it this way because I really don't like the angle, but here we are. And I spent a couple of hours doing this video today and it just would not go up. And in my Leo stubbornness, I am like, I'm going to do it this way. So here I am. Okay, so we have all this energy going on. All right, so let's see what else is coming from this full moon. So the second house is activated, and that is connected also with Capricorn. So that makes sense. And this has to do with the financial sector of our life as well. Right now, I'm no astrologer. I just know little bits and pieces. I trust my feelings about astrology. But it seems to me that, again, we see the change happen. When people are saying, there's going to be no current, well, that may happen, okay? But I think more along the lines of once we take down all of this negative vibration that's been leading for so long, then what will happen is that people will have something for once. We'll feel like we can get somewhere. Where at the moment we're like Fred Flintstone. Okay, and we're our little feet are out the bottom of our little, Stone Age car, and we're just scrambling fast and not getting anywhere. And so the second house will tell us that we're finally going to get some relief here, especially in the financial sector. So I do like seeing this. What else can we see about this financial energy here? Oh. Okay, the Neptune energy will come through. So sacrifices will be made, not by us, okay? But Neptune is coming to get those people that have been making us sacrifice, right? Have been making us go without, etc. Interesting. And we have the Gemini energy of thinking and thinking. Okay, we're thinking about things. Okay, what else are we doing? And we're beginning to see also. Okay, so with the financial stuff, there will be a sacrifice, but it will be a sacrifice of those people that were holding funds from us and making it very difficult. In your own personal life, this also may be going on where you feel like, you're every month you're trying to manifest the month's, rent, or you're trying to manifest the month's pay, because it just goes, right? And so we're going to start seeing some ease with this as we begin to see and think for ourselves. Jupiter returns, which brings the benefits as well. So Jupiter brings us a lot of abundance too. And we reap the benefits of all of these things taking place. So even though it's not designed, the way things are right now has not been designed to support us at all. Remember that all of this has been, it's meant to happen, where it gets so crazy that we all can see it finally. And you can see things on mainstream news, and you can see other people starting to report things, and documentaries are even going up about certain crime families and certain people that are supposed to be leading a particular country and instead selling us out. So we're seeing all of this evidence come forward, and you can't deny it anymore. All right. So it's just there, and wow, it's incredible. So another message about this, it is our destiny. Okay, we are moving into more of our North Node, which is our destiny. And here comes the Pluto to transform everything. I'm telling you, these are all on point right now, because 11th of July was the second part of Pluto Returns USA. The 28th of December will be the third part, and there'll be a little bit at the end of October as well. So between now and the end of the year, it is going to be one revolution and revelation after another. We see this sort of happening, and in your own life, you'll have one win after another after another. People who have ripped you off are going to get found out. You may not know about it, but it's happening. People who are not on your timeline anymore, okay, because we've shifted into this new one. The people that are not in that timeline anymore, you may not hear from. Very, very rarely, because they can't lift themselves enough, right? So we're finding that there's less people out and about wherever you are. Where we are in Colorado, there are no chemtrails that I've seen since last week as well, and a lot less people out and about. So things are transforming. Things are really transforming here. And we get into this knowing energy vibration. It's funny, I did these readings earlier, as I said, and I'm trying to make it not so long today. But just about every single card that I've pulled here came out earlier, showing us that we are in an amazing historic time on the planet, where we were promised many years ago that we were going to see the crumbling of the darkness around the globe, that we were going to see the way that things have always been be destroyed. And we're seeing it right now. And keep watching, because there's more things that are coming forth. As I said, something big happening in DC. I feel like we'll get a sign here, something that we won't be able to miss. There's going to be something happening, and other monuments and things are going to start just coming down. It's just things that were created on darkness can't exist, right? So it's all going to start happening. All right, so I'm going to continue my messages. I do welcome you in if you're coming in. Thank you. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. That's why I'm making this video again. I'm like, there is no way that I am going to let these messages not come out, okay? So let me see. I'm going to get some... okay, so where's my... okay, here we go. Okay, my grandma's scarf is coming out. She was the coolest grandma. Now, what I have here are my dragon tarot. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to, because these are a little stiff, even though I had them out earlier, I am just going to sage them. Now, if there is any card decks that you would like me, oh, excuse me, any card decks that you would like me to use, okay, put them in the comments or something, and I'll see if I can get them. I actually have 3 decks on the way that are stunningly gorgeous. And I saw them by accident. And I'm like, you know what? I think I need to just get them. Because I'm doing so many readings all the time. So why not? So it's a good idea to cleanse and clear your cards. And keep them covered as well. Put a crystal in with them. Okay. And on the moon tonight, you can give them a moon bath. Just a minute. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, goodness me. All right, well, so we've got some interesting events already. I'm using my tarot now, so we're going to have a bit of fun with this. My husband's asking me if I farted. No, it's actually... Hear that? It's my chair. See? It's my chair. If you want to... See? Oh my god. If I farted, I'll own it, okay? As I have many times. No, I didn't fart. I'm doing my thing. I thought it must have been my chair that you heard, because it wasn't me. There we go. Now we got some things. We've got the cards rolling. Hey, look, we can always laugh, right? Although one time I did blame Pilot. It wasn't Pilot, okay? Not saying that he doesn't fart. It was just that it wasn't actually at that point that I said it was. Okay. Let's go with our... Okay, Tarot, what do we need to know here? What's happening for us because of this full moon tonight? What's going to change? Oh, that one came out. I'll take it. Come on, let's go. Thank you for the thumbs up, for sharing, for subscribing, for massive tips. Yes! Hello, I'm manifesting it. Okay. Now, wait a moment. I want to get... Pilot, you are in here, though. Okay. Now... Let's do. The first card is, this is what's going on. So we have the 6 of Wands. Now, when we have the Wands come up, we know that this has to do with activity. This has to do with creativity. It has to do with work and recognition in this case. And if we look at this particular, I love these cards, right? We see that she has the Wands. It looks like the wands are in this bucket down here. The bucket is glowing. So what this means to me, as I look at this message today, is that you have everything that you need to succeed. And you also got a ton of support from your spiritual light team. I mean, the dragons, look at the full moon through the window. She's looking at the full moon here right in the window, okay? And because of this energy vibration, because of this change that's taking place within you and around you, right? You're going to start to see, like, you're going to start to see alignment a lot more, right? If that's the word. Whoops, see a pilot. You're going to start seeing alignment, right? And this means that whether you need the validation or not, other people are going to start to notice exactly who you are and where you're coming from. They're going to see the signs that you're trying to tell them about. They're going to see the things that you're trying to tell them. And what's very difficult right now is we have this resistance vibration of people who have been brought into this particular timeline that we are on, okay? So the old timeline has been collapsed. The way things were before the 5th of July has been collapsed. For those of you that are watching this, you're on the same trajectory, okay? You're on the same new pathway. Now, what happens is there is a little bit of resistance here from people that even when all of the information is laid out in front of them, they are still determined to do things and not listen and have their head in the sand. So why are they on the same timeline then as our high vibrational timeline? Most of the time this is happening because at the moment of changing these timelines, at the moment of moving forward, they're actually in quite a positive place, right? And sometimes they've just come forward because we've come forward. So if they're family members, children, close friends or whatever, we've moved forward and they've come with us, right? Doesn't always mean they're going to be exactly on the same wavelength, just like it has always been, right? It's always been that way. We're going to have a little bit of resistance and we're going to bump heads with people because we're going in a different direction. So it makes sense they're going to cross paths with us at some point, crossing over or moving, just going over our path for some reason and getting to the other side or whatever they're doing. So we've seen this resistance, right? We've seen this particular energy of some people just being absolutely triggered by the newness of this vibration, right? Being absolutely grumpy and carrying on, right? And we've seen, some people who haven't really had to deal with that, but have had to deal with a lot of other things in the meantime, okay? So what happens with the Six of Wands for you personally is that you do get recognized because there's just too many things that the world will see. And if this is in your personal life and you need that to happen for you, you're going to see it, okay? For everybody else, and this is a worldwide energy vibration, the world is going to see evidence, results, information, and we're going to have a lot of success here. And it's all because of the work that we've been doing, right? Oops. Yep. And here comes the beginning, right? So what this means is the Ace of Swords is an awakening of communication here. And you can't say that that's not happening, right? There's one thing after the other that is coming up to the surface right now, okay? And we see the baby fire dragons hatching out of a nest. And, they're on a slope of a volcano, right? So the Celtic sword is visible behind and sort of stands upright. And this Celtic sword has carved dragons around it as well. So you are in the process of making decisions that will affect your life for some time right now. A new period or cycle of much activity is imminent. Okay? So you got to be safe. You need to be protected as you move forward. Sometimes there's a potential here for a self-destruction, right? The volcano just erupts and, but also it can be cataclysmic events. There can be things that happen around the globe that we're not expecting. And actually in my last reading that didn't get uploaded, there was a message that there will be something that will be a strange weather anomaly. Like, for example, I used the example of what happened here in Colorado a couple of years ago, where it was like 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, and that night it dumped snow on us, right? Really strange. So something like this will show you, wherever you are, there'll be some kind of thing you hear about, or it happens in your town, where all of a sudden it's a nice fine day, or even a rainy day, and it becomes sunny, or it's a fine day and suddenly it just like a big storm comes in, out of nowhere. And this is going to mark the beginning of a lot of other things. So even if the power goes out, or you just have to stay away from the internet for a little while or something like that, whatever happens, just know that it's because there's good things taking place, that this is our sign, and the sign is coming from the skies, right? That we're going to get this. Okay. Very quickly. So the Eight of Wands is also another very, very fast moving energy here. Okay. We are going through a lot of healing and expansion. And, barriers are falling and events are happening more quickly. So urgent messages coming to us, like really positive, like, hey, we need to get together now. We need to focus, right? Like we were doing before, but focus even harder. And some people will be making a journey. Maybe they're going on a plane, because sometimes that's what that can be. But they may just be taking off all of a sudden, right? But again, it's positive. You're calling upon personal dragon guardians. You're calling upon your spiritual light team and looking within for this particular direction. Once again, as I said, you'll see the weather, something anomaly like a strange, and it comes from the sky, right? And this is because there's a lot of momentum gathering right now. And there's a lot of events that are going to take place very quickly in succession. So you're going to have to remain very, very strong in this process, positively expecting the best, okay? There are going to be some amazing things coming to the surface very quickly right now. And the communication will be worldwide. The information will be worldwide. There's already documentaries being made about certain people, right? And I can't even get over that it's out there, right? It's just happening. So other things about the Eight of Wands are something also you might have forgotten about gaining momentum for you as well. And then we go into the Wheel. Isn't that interesting? I feel we're going through another timeline shift into an even more positive energy. And again, it's going to be important that you listen to your intuition really, really closely. Okay? There's information coming to you. I'm just going to see what it says. The group life, the wheel turns. Oh, God! The wheel turns. Learn to ride with dragons. So my lamp just fell over out of nowhere. Okay? Oh my God. What the fuck? What the heck? You see? Oh God. It's unbelievable. Right? It's unbelievable. He's not even. And the lamp just fell right over. All right, so we have going to move into this new thing. Bang. Oh my God. So luck and fate are turning in our favor. Your life is entered a change of cycles that will allow you to move forward or slide backwards depending on your preparation. It's time to changes. Break up with incompatible friends and relationships and careers. You don't want anything dragging at you moving into the future. And I will not stop. So even if this video stops, everybody, I'm going to put up another one and just keep on going with until I'm finished what I want to say. You know, we keep seeing these doorways and we keep seeing these portals in these particular cards, and all cards I've been doing for a time, right? And I may even look at the crystal ball a little bit for us as well, because I have a feeling there's some more messages in there. One of the biggest thing I think is the not the White House, the one with the I think it's Capitol Hill, actually. There's something that's going to happen above it. And something that happened. Okay, so now I'm being told, and something at the White House too. Okay, we're just not going to... there's karma here. The wheel of karma is turning. Man, people. Okay. So we have all of this success. Look at this. See? Is it really? Okay, well, there's something going on. There's something going on. I didn't know that. Thanks, Teresa. Okay, so what else is taking place here? Oh my God. As we speak while I'm here. Okay, so now we'll have a choice after this. We will have a choice after this. Oh my God, look at us. Walking into our castle. And here's another card of choice. This is underneath the deck. Okay, so the lovers also bring choices for us. Fire and water. Okay. The message here with the 7. That's what I was saying. I wanted to say the capital, you know, there's something going on there. And I'm glad I did. Anyway, the 7 of Cups. We have a lot of options, but we need to choose love. Okay. We need to choose love and this higher vibration. All the other things are still going to be there. And this will bring us into the castle, if you will, of absolute abundance. So the 10 of Pentacles is a sign that there is enough abundance to last throughout, and that the people of this world are going to have some massive breakthrough here, because the amount of people that have been suffering, the amount of people that have lives have been destroyed, the amount of people that are away from family members and their friends and they can't travel, and all of the blockages that have been on things. Enough is enough is enough. We are pretty sick of it. Yeah. I mean, Canary, that's right. That was the other thing, is like all of a sudden the UK's Prime Minister left. I said this the other day. I was doing a recording on it. And, you know, like all of a sudden, after he, you know, there was a few things that happened as well, not just because of that, but it's because it's all falling apart. Meaning you've got Mr. President, you got his son, and all the disgusting information that's come up. Things I saw today. I mean, oh my God, you can find it on Telegram. Just look up the son's name, Hunter, and then put up what is it called? Put up the what is it called? iCloud, right? So put up laptop or put up iCloud and go into Telegram, get the app and have a good old read. And there's picture after picture after information after information. It's disgusting. okay? For the most part, they just show us the pretty clean stuff, but there are some other videos there that blew my mind today. You need to see it, okay? Anyway, I'm just putting it out there. I don't care. So we have the 10 of Pentacles here, which is a good period for you to be investing. It's a good time because you're going to be able to have this freedom a little bit here. Consider start your business. This is a lot of success. For some people, there's a pleasant family gathering and it renews your confidence and happiness as well. So this is it heralds a new beginning, and you know there'll be choices to make. We're all going to have to decide, because one place after another, you know, this is how it has been prophesied for so long. One thing after another will fall apart, will fall apart, will fall apart. And those people that were completely against the information and saying it's not true, that this would never happen, it would never be allowed, they are what I call sandheads. They will be pulled right out of that sand, and you know, someone's going to like energetically like say, well, look at this then. Here it is for the world to see. Here it is, okay? And it begins, and it keeps on happening. You watch what you watch. In our timeline, this gets exposed. And in this timeline, it's happening faster than you can imagine, okay? Okay, so look at our cards, how much more beautiful and vibrant they are, where we will be offered a lot of things in compensation, I feel, as well. Even though money's probably not going to be worth anything in a few years, not the money that we see it like, we're still going to be able to gather items and things that we will be able to have. We're still not going to need anything because we'll be able to manifest what we want, right? Okay. All right. So I'm also, as I said to you, I'm going to do the Nostradamus cards as well. But it's just amazing how very, very quickly one card falls and it's like a domino effect. And there is so much information that is being posted around. People just are sick of it, sick of it, sick of it. And, you know, in my work, it's never been about red or blue. It's been about right and wrong, okay? People who are doing things illegally and getting away with it, the elites, okay? That's not going to continue. They're already done. And it is going to be a mighty, mighty, mighty party. Right? Okay, hang on a second. Okay. Absolutely. All right, so I'm actually going to look at these cute little Alice in Wonderland cards. I'm going to do some Lenormand and I'm going to do some Nostradamus. Okay, 31 people here, I believe. Thank you so much. Okay, so these are just little messages. So let's see what we get out of these. Oh, they slide nice. Okay. You are rare and free. There are not many like you. Okay. You are rare and free. So be at peace in this. You can see this peaceful vibration here, okay, with Alice, and this is the Alice in Wonderland deck. It's like you have this, it's like everybody just is, you know, we're sitting back waiting now for everything to just come crashing down. And I just want to point out that, you know, although it already is, and people are saying, oh, nothing will happen. I'm sorry, there's too much information. So it's happening, and mainstream news are actually reporting on it too. So it's happening. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. and it's all turning around. And look how peaceful. We're just waiting. Okay, we're just staying in our high vibration. We're just waiting for these things to take place, for these things to come, you know, through. And this is saying you need to choose who you will become. Okay, so what we're doing is we're contemplating, what are we going to do now? What are we going to become? How are we going to do things? Although some people do have the uncertainty, I don't have any. Since the beginning of this year, and even though there's been so many timeline changes and things already this year, but since the beginning of the year, there was something that came through me that was just like, tell the people straight out, just don't beat around the bush anymore, and just tell them straight out how things are and what you're doing. Because it's almost like before everybody was ready, do you know what I mean? It was like I had to just try to empower as many people as possible, perhaps for this stage that we're in right now. Like, this is pretty amazing. Okay, and there's going to be a change. There's going to be a massive change, changing right over. Okay, and what do we get here? Never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the now. Exactly, right? We get told all of these things that are taking place, and they don't. Or we get promised all of these things from these so-called leaderships, and it doesn't happen. And we get told, oh, we're going to do this if we get, you know, elected, and they did the opposite. So we're sick of all these lies, and other people dividing because of it, because they're believing the lies, and then they're coming back at you, right? My dad was the worst one ever. He'd be watching the news all the time, and when we when we were looking after my dad, we put a different news channel on. Oh, I forget which one it was now, but it wasn't like CNN or any of those. And we put it on, and it was talking about something that he had believed in, and then it was talking about it being a bad thing, and he's like, huh. I said, well, how do you feel about that now? And he goes, seems to be a bit of a slant on the situation. I'm like, yeah, because you're watching, you know, a different channel, Dad, you know. So, yeah, we're sick of all this stuff. Do not drink the poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. Exactly. Well, we know this, right? We're not doing that. We are doing things that are keeping us high vibrational in the entire time. Well, even on the news, as I said, Sheila, even on the news, they're going to see it. It's all there. I mean, I've seen was it MSNBC, I think it was, or CNN? One of them. Anyway, even on YouTube, when you go to YouTube and type in the name of the president's son, have a look. Go through, pick a channel. Oh, I think it's hilarious. Nonsense. It's time to talk sense. That's what we want. We want people to tell us the truth. We don't want any of this crap anymore, right? We want people to stop lying to us. And it's here. It's definitely here. They have no choice, because, as I was saying in my last video, which you guys didn't get to see, the reason that the MSM is actually doing it is because now they want to appear to be our saviors with all the information. And but they forget that we already know that they kept it all hidden for the elections, right? And I don't even care whose side or what. This is not about, you know, Mr. T. This is about truth. I couldn't give a crap about that, you know. It's got to be fair, or forever they're going to get away with these things, and people will just turn a blind eye, and then there's no one will ever have a fair shot at anything, and this whole place is going to crumble. We've already passed that. We've already surpassed that energy. So away we go. All right, so let's take a look here now. Where's my other cards? Right. Lenormand. Yep. So what ends up taking place is the MSM are also very, very involved, but they don't want to get in any kind of crap, so they're going to tell us everything now. There's no money backing him up anymore. Well, Canary, he actually did a lot for this country. So compared to what we have now, wow. Jeez, he did a lot. At least he loved it. At least he wasn't selling our oil reserves overseas when we need it. When our price of petrol costs a fortune. And it's costing a ripple effect with all of our food and supplies and things like that. So this would never have happened under the other administration, even though it wasn't perfect. Nope, couldn't be bought. He did do a lot, Canary, so that's not really true. But then again, other countries beat Mr. T into the grounds. I know they did that in Australia as well, because he wasn't one of them, you know. But anyway, let's have a look at the Lenormand cards here. I'm going to use every single one to see what's taking place very near future. So this will run us into the end of July, these cards, okay? Okay, so let's go Lenormand. Absolutely. Exposure's happening. Whew. As I say, go to Telegram and look up the president's son's name. Put laptop after it. Away you go. Happy reading. Okay. All right. Let's go. Here comes the gratitude. And, okay. So I'm just going to tell you what I feel every time the cards come out. This has nothing to do with the book. It has nothing to do with traditional Lenormand, even though I know that inside out. So let me just tell you, because this is an extended version of the Lenormand cards. They're by Cairo Marchetti. So if you really like the pictures in this card, you probably like my Grand Lux deck as well, with the very, very clear and beautiful cards on it. Anyway, if I see that around, I'll show you. Okay, so with gratitude, everything turns. Okay, so we are really grateful. We're staying in this high vibration. And then there's a luck of the throw of the dice here. And it's funny that it added up to 11 on the top. We just had the 11th, which was the Pluto return day. Very important for what's going on right now. Extremely important. No stone is going to be left unturned. It is ripping things up from the roots, and we are going to see one thing after another after another. Okay, and here we go. And with the ending of this current situation, let's just say, brings a ton of healing, right? A ton of healing. Yep. We transform. We finish this stupid cycle that we've been in for so long. The ancient curse has already been lifted. That ancient curse has been lifted a long time ago. And, you know, it took time for things to unravel. But here it is. There's a lot of healing here, and transformational healing is taking place also. So 16th is another date. Oh, God. Okay, so this is also talking about our health situation, right? The health situation, the way that we've been told about things, to do with our health, right? So I feel there's also another level of exposure with regards to pharmaceuticals, healing, jib jabs, all of those things, where they finally start to tell the truth, because there are plenty of people that are reporting on this, and those people have been squashed, and it's a matter of life and death, literally, right? So there's karma coming around here for this. There is in some cases what we will find is perhaps another not virus, but another strain or something that they're going to start talking about, or something that's contagious, etc., etc. And sometimes that can come out with this. But I feel, because we have our ancient ancestors working with us, that they are bringing forth more and more and more information, so that we can have a very, very informed look at the different problems that have been occurring because of people not saying anything, right? Oh, hi Karen Mac, thanks for coming in. Okay, so now that we have the snake here, what else about this? So the snake, like, attacking the tree of life, our destiny, but it didn't work. It seems to be this feminine influence. And I continue to see this in the last reading that I did that didn't upload for you guys, but it shows that something coming forth and giving us information, right? Something coming forth and giving us information that we can really appreciate. And I believe that there's more than one person that's just going to stand together and say no more. We don't want to be involved in this. And they're going to have to, because otherwise it's like, okay, if the ship's going down, the rats are going to flee first. So we're going to hear from all kinds of people that will corroborate information that was already out there but no one was listening to. Okay. All right, what else? And it brings stability, it brings choices, it brings opportunities. It also may bring information from close to the sea or overseas, like something to do with traveling by sea as well. Oh my God, here's the book of information, and we get a really close look at this. Right, in the last reading that I did, the book was there, the key was there. It's like it's all open. Okay, so if the key comes up soon, we'll know. Now we know that this is the building of importance here. And this represents, in the Lenormand, it represents big tech, big buildings, institutions, governments, courthouses. It means the White House or the Capitol building, which I was already talking about before. It can mean the taxation office. It can mean churches, depending on what comes out with it. But this is under close scrutiny right now. So what is coming out with the Tower? This has to do with church. This has to do with the, maybe what Desiree was saying about it being on fire. This is in the limelight right now. This was also something that came out a couple of weeks ago. We said there was going to be something to do with religion and something to do with charitable organizations as well. Yep, me too. Okay, so then we have the bridge. Okay, so it's only a matter of time when we are able to safely navigate with no obstruction across to the other side. So we're doing this now. So when I look at this, it has 2 minutes past 12 on it. It has 11:35 on it, as in the time. And it has 10 to 10 on it, or 10:10. You may have been seeing the 10:10. And the time is almost running out. You have the illumination of the candle. You have the cock. That's what I mean by the cock. I just and you have all these different birds, the owl here of information, the spheres here. This will make sense later on when we're looking at the Nostradamus deck. Right? Very quickly moving into this energy. I know. I don't know. I wanted to say that word, I guess. Yeah. All right. And my husband's like, rooster, rooster. It's a rooster. Okay. Okay, so we have the wishing well. What's coming through the wishing well here? Look, intuitively we know. Intuitively we know, right? We know what's going on. This moon is bringing... It's so exciting. I can't even get my words out. The moon is bringing in our wishes. Okay. Oh God. The moon's bringing the cock. I'm only kidding. Look, here it is. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, contagious. Oh my God. Okay. Look, you gotta laugh, okay? Because it's all here. It's all here. It's what it's telling us. All right, hang on a minute. Let me compose. Yep. This is what I saw on the video today. Good Lord. Okay. What else is happening? Oh, here comes the owl. Right, so this is exposure. Oh God, I'm going to start getting ridiculous. I'm trying to stay really, really calm here. But see the mask, right? There's been so many different faces that have been shown to us, okay? And just absolute ridiculousness. We're not getting straight answers. Many, many years ago, the information that we received was thoroughly researched and it was all... Okay, I'm back again. Hopefully that's still right. So what we're getting here is the truth coming forward, and there's no more hiding behind anything because there's nothing to hide behind, right? Hopefully you can still see me because it asked me to reconnect. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. So the information here is the sexual energy and the children. Here it is. It's right in your face. The whip actually indicates fighting and arguments and stresses, but in many places it indicates the phallus, right? So it indicates sexuality and sexual energy, right, towards children. And some of the things that I saw in the hard drive that has been uploaded everywhere was to do with young children, to do with the niece. There was someone else in the family, a cousin or something as well, and they were all having a thing together. But it's not just about exposing those sorts of things. It's child rings and sex rings and pedophilia of all kinds, right? And underground stuff and things that just nobody wants to know about. They just want to no, don't tell me about it. Don't, no, that can't possibly be true. Come on. Right? So, yeah. Okay. So here it comes. Now what comes because of this? What else do we need to know? Okay. Okay, so because of this ring, okay, the school here is shut down, and someone completely loyal to us is helping with that situation. Okay, it is a huge organization. Once again, 3 main fucking places. And there will be no more cloudiness on this situation. Like it's clearly coming forth. And when we have the sun come out in this, it just puts this positive light on everything as well. How much information are we going to get? Look at it. Information. Now this lot is coming from overseas, right? This lot is coming from overseas, so they're all going to turn on everything because they believe that it's better to, try to get forgiveness by being the people that come forward, right? This is definitely news that's coming from overseas, and it's coming about, as we can see here, a positive change is coming about. The energy of the children is coming about. The information, it's just coming with everything. All right, so what else can we get from this? Our hearts are going to be full. Our hearts are going to be full here. Again, more information. Oh my God, it's not going to stop. Okay, it's not just a little bit that's going to be swept under the carpet, or can be. There's going to be collusions with big names, big information through members of governments, leaderships, schools, churches, you name it. It's not just, it's huge. And I feel like the way that things turn more completely is by other people from other countries also saying something or stepping down. You're going to see more and more of that happen. More and more of them stepping down as well, because they're nervous. They are nervous, and they know that we have the luck on our side now, that the tides have changed, right? And it's going to be huge. Yep, here comes the fox. Okay, so the fox, or the person that was within big, connected in with these big corporations, let's just say, companies, right, was causing a blockage for us. And they thought they were going to get away with it, right? They really thought they were going to get away from it, but they had someone in their families that are just too stupid for that to take place. There's too many mistakes. Okay, there's too many things to cover up all of the time. And therefore, we find our way to the other side of the mountain and see just what was being blocked from us. Oh God. Oh God, here we go. Yep. And there's this end to the suspension of our funds, of our money, There's an end to the way that this has been, and it's going to bring us a lot of emotion. Like, we're just going to, I told my husband, when all this falls apart, and finally we have something that makes sense, we're just going to be partying. Okay, so we're going to just throw down at our house. No one else is going to come over. We're just going to throw down. And the music will be on, and the dogs can run around the house as much as they like, all 9 of them. And we're just going to be completely like, cheers. Okay? Yep. It ends. Here comes our house and garden, and we are celebrating in our home. We are celebrating in our home. We are connecting with, everyone's going to go mad. Like, and tears of joys. Absolutely. Right? Because you see, it's not only that the truth is revealed. It's not only that the bullshit is torn down. It's not only that we have these idiots that have been just trying to kill us off, finally exposed. It's not just that, right? It's not just all these big sensational news things. It's the fact that our own siblings, family, and loved ones and friends, right, have been disconnected from us because they watch the news, or they're disconnected from us because they go to church, or they're disconnected from us because they are in some form of control, whether it's a controlling partner or mother or whatever the hell, they've just had this control. So when they all see it, which it has to be so big that the entire world is finally notified, and it's happening right as we speak, it's like, it has to be that big, and everyone will go, oh my God. Oh my, geez, really? Oh, had no idea it was all that. And that's going to be the most amazing part in people's homes, right? Oh. Look at it. Our destiny kicks in. Oh, we're opening the doors here for humanity. We're finally going to be free. Oh my God. And oh my God, we're committed to this as well. We don't ever want this to happen again, right? You're all in a country, wherever you are around the globe, with someone that you always complain about in some kind of leadership position. Whether it's at work, whether it's at your actual country where you feel restricted, where you feel like you're just a slave, like you're just walking around like nothing's ever going to change, and you're just feeling like so sad. You're never going to want this to happen again. You're committed to your destiny. That is what has changed everything. When I began the Destiny Code in May, I knew I had to do this, and whoever was going to walk in that Destiny Code was going to be with us on this next phase. And here you are, right? Because we do not want this anymore. And we had to see it getting worse and worse and worse. Everything had to be threatened. Even though we personally might not have needed anything being, because we're quite aware of things, but people needed everything threatened. And it's over. Look at us. We move into our North Node. We have the change. We have the change. So the 17th is extremely important. No longer are we following each other around. There's this energy of someone that we can rely on. And this is someone that has been there, done that, right? So we're going to rely on someone to just help us get through this little phase, because a lot of things need to fall apart before they can be built up again, right? But I don't think that we're going to want a continuation of the way that things have been. And it's time for a new meaning to freedom. Because whatever they're calling freedom is really not what it is, right? Oh my God, we used every card in the deck. Wow. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Mm, 17th. Okay. ATC, thanks for coming in. I'm just all excited here. Oh my God. Okay. All right, I'm just going to double check. Real quick. Some important dates for July. Here comes our wishes. So the 5th was important. Hello, that's when CERN started. The 4th was important. Hello, that was Independence Day. 29th is going to be important. The moon that we're having right now, oh God, is important. There's another verification of the 4s. You may see 4-4, 4-4, right? Oh God. And here comes our stability. There's the 8. See? 12th. So the 12th was yesterday. There were some things going on. And the 16th. Here comes the luck. See? The 20th. And the 21st. 18th is also important. This is going to be the wild card. Whoever this friend is of ours, like in an energetic sense, like whoever this, yeah, absolutely. Whoever this friend is, this loyal person is to the people. Okay, I think it's going to surprise us, who this is. Okay. Oh my God. Now just remember, there's a couple of things. You can have your own reading. You can have a phone call with me. You can have a Zoom call with me. You can have a video reading if you want that. You can have a healing. You can have anything you want. You can have training. If you're a patron, you'll get 10% off of all services. Or 15% depending on what your level you're at. And usually I don't do lives on YouTube because I save this for the patrons where we go live on Zoom and stuff. But I had to today because of the video problem. I've been working all day on this video and here I am. We are finishing up with Nostradamus. Why not? So, oh God. All right. So wait a second. When I was doing these Nostradamus cards before, I'm going to give you the gist of it, right? It was basically saying that we had succeeded, that we had surpassed the old energy. Again, there was a feminine person. Last time we had Hypatia that came up, like the energy of that person where they had so much knowledge, they went to try to help people and were burned and flayed and drug around naked, displayed in front of the whole town. And they were only trying to help, right? This is what happens to a lot of us that are trying to help. We just get dragged around and put into a category. And, you know, all these people that talk about how they should be called certain things in a certain way. I don't know when, it's like if you tell someone that you do tarot, or if you tell someone that you're psychic, or if you tell someone that you're a medium, where's the understanding in that? Because I've always been made to be some kind of heathen, or, you know, I've always been judged by what I do. So there needs to be a new title for mystical people that doesn't involve being crazy. Yep. It's all right. I don't give up, right? If I get stopped from putting my video up, I will continue to go until I can get it up, come hell or high water. That's just how I work. I'm pretty stubborn like that. It's a good thing. Sometimes it comes in handy, right? When we do this Nostradamus cards, we are going to look at the quatrains. We're going to look at what this whole message means for us on the big scheme of things. Okay? I am just lighting some Palo Santo. Yeah. The Leo comes in handy for some things like that, where I'm like, no way, you will not win. It's a competitive thing. It helped me when I was playing netball. I kind of miss netball. I played it since I was 5 until I was 33. Yep, from the age of 5 to 33. I don't know what netball is in the United States. Might have to start a netball team and teach you all. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm at the end of being a Leo as well. Anna wanted to say that she loves my guided meditation videos. They're the best. I find your voice. I wish you did more of those. And thanks for what you do. Appreciate it, Anna. I actually have tons of them. If you're a patron, you will get tons and tons of guided meditations. And maybe you don't know, but there's 2,000 odd videos now. So you might want to look in at BDevine's meditations there. And you'll probably find ones you didn't know I made. Okay. It's got nothing like cricket. It's more like basketball without having to dribble the ball, and also there's only certain people that are allowed to shoot goals, and they have to shoot goals from certain areas, and there's 2 designated goal shooters. So yeah, it's basically cricket. It's nothing to do with cricket. Yeah. So there's only certain people that can shoot, and you each, in your position, you have a certain area of the court that you're allowed on. So it makes it kind of interesting, because there's only certain parts of the actual court that you can run into, otherwise you're out of bounds, right? You're not allowed to contact anybody either. And it sounds easy, but it's not. Okay. All right, everybody, we're doing the Nostradamus. Yes. Why not? Kids, it's really good for young girls and boys, to play something different. I think it kept me through my life of abuse. I used to still be able to get rides with people to massive netball tournaments and things. I was the goal shooter when I was 12. I was actually a goal attack, they call it, for our particular team that became the premiership in the whole entire Western Australia. We became the premiers, and we never lost a game. So it was pretty cool. And I used to be really great at shooting goals, and then I stopped shooting so much and went into running more. So okay, you never know what's going to happen. All right, so Oh, thank you, TC. Appreciate you. Go. I love it. All right. Awesome. Okay, now these are pretty big cards, so I'm just going to do 3 and then I'll move 3 on top of it. Thank you, TC. I appreciate you all as well. Okay, now these are the Nostradamus cards. So let me just grab a drink of water. All right. As we say in Australia, that was mint, mate. Bonza, you little beauty. Ripper. So if you notice, like if we're watching something about opal mining, you will hear a difference in the way that I talk and the way that the Australian, people that out in the outback talk. And they're the ones that you think of like, oh, let's throw another shrimp on the barbie. Come on, mate. You'll be right. Okay, they talk like it's a little rough. It's a little different. I've always spoken like this. My sons speak like this as well. And people think that we're educated. So we just do it. Okay. Here we go. The first card, look at this. Okay, what we need to notice on this is it looks like something to do with the church, right? Yeah, went a little wally around the edge there, mate. Yeah. Went a little bit wobbly on you. I can't do it because I don't talk that, but I know my son Adrian, oh God, he really talks that way. God. Okay, so, and actually if you go to Melbourne, they say plant instead of plant, and I could never get used to that. It's different. All right, so let's go with this reading here. The first card is the 7 of Stars. Seven of Stars. Here we go. 7 conspirators at the feast will shine against the 3 of iron from the ship. What the hell? Okay, let me read it again. 7 conspirators at the feast will shine against the 3 of iron from the ship. Okay, we're going to try to understand what this means. That's what the quatrain is. The usual interpretation of this card is hope or intervention, perhaps because the original imagery depicts a man making off with 7 swords wrapped in a bag, right? It's usually a thief. Paul Houston links this to a story from the Chansons Digest, in which a sorcerer named Magus de Agrimont casts a spell of sleep over the heroic forces of the great king Charlemagne in order to steal their swords. So this, of course, is intended to prevent a battle from taking place and is the equivalent to the disarming of an enemy force in modern warfare. The disarming? Right, I know, 3 people, right? The disarming of an enemy force in modern warfare. This is what's happening. In the imagery of the Lost Book, we find a hand holding a flower of hope beneath the welcoming shade of the papal crown. You see, the papal crown is lifted, it's gone. So this is about finding hope in a duress situation. After the succession of difficult cards in this suit, it comes as something of a relief, but all is not clear as it may seem, right? You may approach problems with a clear head or determined to start dealing with new ones, but it can also be that there was an obstacle, there was news, and there was something that was warning us of danger ahead. However, this message is straightforward. Believe in yourself advance with caution, and however great your dreams, with a little help, you have a good chance of achieving your goals. So this talks about hope, new plans, see, perseverance, belief in yourself, and your dreams. Wow. Okay. So it's like when it was talking about the disarming of an enemy force, I think that has to do with the information or the disinformation, right? That was coming forward, and we're onto it. And now we're like, okay, we're going to remember it. And this is going to be a distant memory, how this used to be, how controlling this whole thing was. I know. And then this came up in our original read that I did earlier. This particular, oh my God, this is awesome. All right. So this is the 5 of Spheres. Okay, are you ready? So this is the sublime form, invisible to the naked eye, will be veiled by obsessive thoughts. The sublime form, invisible to the naked eye, will be veiled by obsessive thoughts. This card has a number of associations that seem to have been present since the earliest times. The imagery often revolves around people who are outcast and starving, and several tarot card decks show them passing the wall of a church, like the 5 of Coins, passing the wall of a church, right? And they're not allowed to go in, so they feel rejected. Some experts have suggested that this dates back to the Middle Ages, when the church was supposed to take in those who were homeless and poor, but often turn them away. So in tarot terms, this is reflected in the abrupt changes that may bring the wealthy to a state of penury, or turn lovers into enemies. So the Lost Book of Nostradamus reflects this by showing a group of people turning upon each other, beset by circumstances of fate, while the dove of peace flies overhead. They are all going to be scrambling, and turning on each other, right? You said you weren't going to say anything, and now the entire world knows. Okay, let's all fight with each other, and this is us. We're just flying past. So originally, the Suit of Pentacles was associated with money, and in this case, the lack of it. More recent tarot masters associate this with loss, destitution, and penury. However, earliest accounts suggested it was intended to represent individual effort, the struggle to survive, and to create a good life. It was the failure to achieve this which resulted in disaster. And the essential meaning of the card didn't necessarily refer to failure. So this talks about stern determination, honesty, right? Misconduct, disorder as well. But it's right here in our central point. Okay, right in our central point, we can see through this window now and finally see it. Oh God, here we go. Here it is, the information. Remember, we had this card before, if you were watching my readings, which is here comes, it's so loud. The trumpet, this is Gabriel, right? So I'm just saying that. It could be any angel. Right, but it's like saying here's not only the information through word, but the written word as well as the visual, right? The visual around, and that he's standing high so all can see. It's pretty crazy. And it's the 3 of Moons. The land will be under the influence of the lunar globe, which is right now under the influence of the lunar globe. We have a super full moon in Capricorn, during which time Mercury is dominant. Mercury, messages, information, it's dominant. Mercury works with our mind as well. Mercury works with Archangel Raphael, works with Hermes, the messenger. Wings on the sandals, information moving fast, quickly. Mercury. So the angel from the lost book celebrates the power of the creative impulse. It blows a great trumpet over the world while holding a pen made from a bird feather in the other hand. The image is stark but brings with it all the reverence for and fear of the power that creativity held for the people of Nostradamus' time. Words could be used like weapons, could both inspire and seduce. Music could celebrate the glory of creation, but dancing was considered lascivious. The works of great artists could depict both the glories of heaven and the terrors of hell. Right? If you're a creative person, this is your card. It celebrates your success, supports your vision, and inspires you to even greater heights. In fact, this card has more to do with celebration than anything else. Okay, so it encourages pleasure, enjoyment, and mirth. And if you've been unwell, it points the way to recovery and healing. So this is celebration, success, recovery, relief, healing, perfection, renown, in some cases pregnancy. There you go. God. Okay, we're going to be having reason to celebrate. Absolutely. The information is all there. It's just being spread like wildfire right now. Okay, I'm sure there's a few people really trembling in their boots right now. Okay, so we have the hope. We have the people who were persecuted being the persecuted, and we have celebration. Okay, we're going to do two cards and then a third one to sum the whole thing up. Okay, what else can you tell us, Nostradamus? All right, we'll get the third one last. Okay. Oh my God! Justice! Justice! Hey, look now. He's holding this little... See? All right. Oh my God. One thing I don't understand is the leg just sitting there. So we have justice, which is Libra, which is balance. Oh my God. Okay, ready? Boom. Yeah. Woo! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So it is justice. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my God. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now, what's the quatrain? There will be peace, unity, and change. Low officers will become high, and the high ones become low. Yeah! Here we go again. There will be peace, unity, and change. Low officers will become high, and the high ones will become low. It's going to change right over. Back to the people. So here we go. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to tell you that justice wears no blindfold and sees into the depths of our hearts, requiring us to do the same. It requires of us to be honest with ourselves and our issues, that we acknowledge the truth of our lives and act accordingly. Only by following this precept is the truth allowed to emerge. In other words, if we live with a desire to see the truth in everything, then truth is what we will see. But if we live with a sense of bias, we will experience everything in this light and remain out of balance. For this reason alone, the card is crucial to any reading. What it offers us is a true statement about the issue at hand. It is, in effect, a just assessment of a situation to which we should pay the utmost attention. My God. When reversed, which it's not. Okay. So this brings balance, fairness, justice for all, harmony, virtuousness, honor, impartiality, a fair outcome, equilibrium, and law. Oh my God. This is so awesome. We knew it, but it's like really in our face in this particular reading, right? Okay. It's all here. Can you believe this? That's lifted off of his head in both cases. There's the sky finishing the... Well, we all know, okay? Okay. Oh, boy. Now we have the 7 of moons here. Now, look at this. What is this? Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm getting so excited. Okay, so I'm trying to do work and finish work this week, but I'm getting excited. Okay. The 7 of moons. The divine word will be stricken from the sky. It will be not possible to go further forward. The divine word will be stricken from the sky. Get it? It will not be possible to go further forward with the establishment, with the church, with the way things are. Can't make it up. It's right in our face right here. Okay, so let me read it to you. Venus rules here, but is still within the house of Scorpio. So divine glory and attraction are tempered with doubt and uncertainty. So the imagery from the Lost Book shows a great castle surmounted by beckoning hands, right? But what lies within? Is it merely a hollow spectacle containing nothing but lies and seductions? It says it in the book. The theme of the rise of the powerful people who were destined to fall because of their pride and concupiscence. Okay, I don't know what this word is. Okay, there you go. You can read it. Try to say it out loud. Was common when Nostradamus lived. It is reflected in Fortune's wheel, whereas here the glorious castle suggests the ego falling. This is one of the cards of the dreamer who fashions wonderful castles from the cloud that soon melts away. Be careful not to become too enraptured by your own plans, forgetting the reality of your life journey. The plans of others may also seem perfect when in fact they are hollow. If you are essentially a follower rather than a leader, you need to take care not to be led astray on the paths of moonlight, right? So it talks about plans, flights of fancy, meditation, imagination, and success. It shows an empty castle. To me, okay, these two are going together. Brilliant. And the hands of the people, you know, we're not going to take it anymore. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Final message here. Final one. Okay. I know, right? Look at these cards. Do we need to be told any clearer? I mean, we can even see it by the pictures. Okay, So what I'm asking now is a final representation of everything summed up in basically one card. Okay. Come on, I know you can do it, Nostradamus. You're right here. You're right here. Where do I stop? Where do I stop? Tell me. Where is the final summing up card? What can we expect to have happen right now? By the end of this month. Huh. That's the one. We've had this card before. This one was underneath. Okay, so we want to take a look at that real quickly as well. But because this is what we don't expect. Okay, but we want to look at this one, and you can see the face of this particular king or leader, and the female is like happy, right? So he's like, God, big court, and she's like, okay, I've brought this energy forward. I'm sort of feeling the goddess, liberty, freedom, lady liberty, kind of like it's different, something coming forward to help us, right? So we have the Two of Suns here. Yeah, Two of Suns. It says, when the sun takes up the cycle of his missing days, then the summit of my prophecy will be accomplished. Some commentators have compared the characteristics of this card with the figure of Alexander the Great, who is said to have wept when he had conquered the known world because there was nowhere else to go. So in a wider sphere of meaning, we may see references to global dominion in this card, of great achievements which have nonetheless resulted in stasis. The secret here is to find a way forward through the thorny jungles of wealth and possessions, which can clutter our lives without giving us more than fleeting satisfaction. Nostradamus's imagery presents us with two crowned rulers, king and queen. The latter is smiling, and the former is revealing the weight of his role. It's coming apart. So the planet Mars has an astrological influence on this card, okay? And we have the planet Mars working with us right now. It keeps coming up. It is a planet of war, okay, which can just mean force, and it can just mean arguments as well. And its negative effects on the astrology of the individual suggest a quarrelsome or angry person who tends to clash with those in authority. It may be someone who is in a position of great power, who's reached the pinnacle of their life, yet has no satisfaction. Okay, so this talks about achievements, maturity, a dominant personality, iron logic, over boldness, determination, and new possibilities, right? Yeah. It is like the divine feminine because it's like and it's not like the bitchiness and the argumentative, females. Who? It's not that energy at all. It's nurturing, it's loving, it's kind, it's, really caring vibration that comes forward from this, right? And we also have this one here, apprentice. So that's number, what is it? Apprentice of worlds or something, spheres. So this is also a something that we didn't know is right here. I don't think I've seen this card in particular before. Okay, have a look once again. We have this portal. Okay. So he remains seated on the square stone facing south, set in the window. This is from Quatrain 575. He remains seated on the square stone facing south, set in the window. So Traditionally, the Page of Pentacles is a perpetual student devoted to learning and fiercely intelligent. Their loyalty is unfaltering. And remember, we said the word loyalty. There's someone loyal to us. And their devotion to the work they undertake complete. The apprentice is, as with the other 3 pages, liable to commit to a particular discipline and follow it with single-minded intent. So here he is tending the tree of wisdom and knowledge, copying what is learned onto a scroll that grows from its branches. The dedication and loyalty of the apprentice is a central aspect of their function. An excellent negotiator. They may be an aspect of you or someone who helps and supports. See? If you're an employer, the apprentice is your ideal associate. Careful, attentive, and always ready to listen and learn. If you're a student, this card strengthens any position you hold in the issue you're addressing. Okay, so this is about apprenticeship, disciple, concentration, speculator, trader, and negotiator. That's not traitor, trader. Someone from overseas trading with us, a younger person. The energy here is careful, attentive. Okay, this person is helping us, right? The energy on this card is very interesting. This person has been learning. This person has been taking notice of things, right? And this is an unexpected person that comes forward who I feel others have perhaps ignored their information because they're younger, or they're more youthful, like a little bit. So it could be someone that's older, however, they don't see themselves that way. They may act and behave younger, but they actually have information that's really going to help us. They are very, very clever at studying the information and being able to bring it out. This could even be a younger news anchor or writer, journalist, okay? It could be someone who is a young and up-and-coming actor or musician that didn't like what they saw, right? And may expose some things. So we have a lot of groups of people that as long as they stand together, nothing's going to happen to all of them. But it's when people stand alone that, they disappear, right? I feel here that there's going to be, as we've been looking at the cards, such a change. Like it is a revolutionary change, because the way of the church has been with us for so long, like, so many thousands of years, right? And the way of the church has been there, the way of monotheism, the way of control, the way of listen to this and don't talk to this and only talk to this, and you can't do this and you can't do that. And if you get divorced, well, you're in big trouble. But if you become a Christian, you're okay now. So when you die, you'll be fine. It's like there's rules for thee and not for thee, right? It's like rules for thee and not for me, right? So it's like everything is double standards, and that law fall down too. So we're not just looking at the big scheme of things, we're also looking at different divisions and branches of different things that are also infiltrated into the bigger picture. And those things it's going to just be different on this planet in the next couple of years, because we won't have the same systems in place that we're used to. So even if we don't like them, we're still used to these systems in place. And we'll have to get used to a new way of doing things, which means we will use telepathy. We'll be working with our mind to manifest things, and we will be moving forth in a higher vibration. When you're in that higher vibration, you're not really particularly worried about anything. You don't have that same scatterbrain mentality as a lot of people do, where they're always trying to figure out the problems around them. You don't have that when you lift yourself up into your true reality. You don't have it anymore. because you know that it's taken care of in divine timing, on someone's blueprint, on someone's journey. This isn't happening now because it's not befitting to everybody involved, etc. But a normal person, what they do is they try to figure everything out in their life in their own brain. And this is what becomes scattery. This is what becomes nervous. This is what becomes anxious, is you trying to figure out all of the answers in your own brain, where it's impossible to do so. It's actually impossible to do two things at once, but we try, right? And sometimes we can succeed. Just look at a drummer, okay? Right? But it's like the focus is on us understanding first our destiny and our true selves, which many of us have decided that we're undertaking right now, going on this journey, okay? And as soon as you step into your true spiritual energy and your soul self, as soon as you step into this, you don't have the same way of thinking as others, and therefore life becomes easier. It really does. And when you've tried it both ways, you'll see the difference, right? So what we have here is a complete change to the way that our entire world has been ruled for a very long time. That in itself is going to take a long time for people to really understand that this is it. This is the change we've been looking for, that we've been wanting, but it's not always going to be an easy change. I just want to put that out there. So what you're going to have to do in order to make it easier for yourself is to continue to give all of the details over to your spiritual light team, right? Your angels, your guides, your loved ones, your ancestors, the angels of abundance, the angels of change, the angels of justice, the angels of the world, the angels of the universe. And that you're just governing everything or giving everything over to them to look after for us. This will work so much better. And by having angels at every window, in every street, in every house, in every street corner, like many of you have been doing, this is the reason why everything's coming so quickly now. Because that light frequency is pushing over the earth entirely. It has no choice but to change things. And also the fact that we reach the tipping point with people and their energy and what they will deal with and what they won't deal with anymore. And even the people that were stone cold, determined that it's got to be a certain way are actually turning around now and saying, you know what, I'm sick of this, right? And we're going to see more of this as well. So this full moon, super moon in Capricorn, is the beginning of the end of the world as we've known things. Announcements are going to be everywhere. Information is coming forth from all directions. People are going to be speaking up who've otherwise been silent. And maybe there's going to be some people that we would never expect are actually going to say something, right? And probably they're just trying to save their own dean, which is what your butt is. They're probably just trying to save their own dean. I always found that was a better word to use than, really opening up to just what they've done and, how things have turned so badly. So, yeah, we're in this change of events right now, and everyone's going to see it. So don't worry, Chris. Who cares what your neighbor thinks and whatever? She's going to see for herself. So you don't have to prove anything. And, if she's going to be that way, then it's time to move on. But you're going to find this. People are irritated by you. Okay, and people are irritated by light. People are irritated by truth. They don't want to know about it. It's just safer wherever they are. But soon it's just not going to matter. When I sat down to do this reading, I was talking about capital, Washington, D.C., right? And someone said, yeah, something's going on right now. And I'm like, oh my God, So I'm curious to see what that's about. We have to let go of people that are just causing us misery and focusing our energy on where we really want to be. It's time, okay? So the Nostradamus cards are really super important and have been showing us, you know, time and time and time again, just how things are going to fall into place, and actually literally fall as well. So this week is going to be interesting. If I do receive any updates, I may do another message for you all. But I appreciate all of you for staying and sticking around, and more to come, of course. All right. Always follow what you believe to be true in your heart, and don't let anyone change your mind. You know, stick to your own guns, what you feel is right for yourself, and the truth is going to be revealed either way. Okay. So sending lots of love and many, many blessings. Thank you everyone for coming in. Thanks to my husband for being here, of course, and helping out. To everyone else, lots of love. Many blessings, and bye for now. Bye everyone.